You started yes, we were yourself, you were spying on everything.
It's just only that scenario if you look over investigation, it's kind of information missing.
At the Potsdam conference, Truman was blatantly taunting Stalin by claiming that he had atomic bombs. So,
Truman wasn't taunting, Truman was informing so that
yeah, but he stressed that fact that
it was just that Stalin would realise the importance.
yeah, but then
Because he was taunting, because later on, around in the 1960s, the Americans were boasting that they had so many nuclear weapons that they could blow up, USSR tries. So it was basically just the beginning of that kind of policy.
Yeah, but did he say that at that time? No, he didn't.
It was the beginning of the policy, I suppose.
The Aaron Curtin speech, for example, was directly offensive to the USSR without trying to be a bit, at least, respectful.
And you rigging elections and taking over and trying to spread communism is not fair by all means. Is it fair? Does that show respect to other countries?
what America? That you seem to think that the right way is the American way, and so you're trying to spread this whole American
You
way.
seem to be doing the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, what
Then how are you
going to
call
us
it
for doing
wrong?
it then? But how
How
come
you
you
call it?
think it's okay?
Give you an
The
example.
USSR is a police state that does not allow individual rights and freedoms. Why do you not allow freedom of speech? Why do you not allow people to criticise the government? If it's a workers' paradise, surely it should.
had its reason to take over the Europe. We suffered the most during the Second World War.
Yep.
One man out of 3 was Russian. One man killed was.
So you're saying that you have every right to take over land just because you guys suffer the most by taking over more land. That's
So
what
we
you're
I
saying.
did not say that we got any land because the Allies were meant to give us reparations from the West Berlin, giving some.
That sounds like a child saying, I lost
right, you don't go
USSR 300 million.
You're talking about suffering was just supplying when you supplied the Russian Revolution with one side, so that half the Russian country had to go under suffering and starvation just so you could satisfy your
You
causes.
put half of Berlin under suffering and starvation through your own choice.
There's no proof
And then you wanted
that
the bad
we
winter to
given
kill them all off.
supplies to
Apart from the fact that you didn't.
Of course we didn't. We didn't because by that time you had already flown all your airplanes.
Oh right, so you're going to wait a few days, were you? And just let people starve for a while.
They had to starve for
35 days of
Order!
We were fighting as allies during the Second World War. Why fail to inform us about a Manhattan Project, which can cause utter devastation to each country?
I think you have your own twisted way of view of allies here.
Well, why
You
create...
turned against our
Why
talks.
create weapons?
Weren't you allies?
The Nazis
Why
started it.
create a weapon with devastating effects that can,
You built your own.
excuse me,
As a defense
as a
against
defense
yours.
system against yours?
After you dropped 2 bombs on Japan people.
Yeah, the point
And kill
is...
millions of people, you can still
Did
do
you
it
adapt to us
Yeah.
dropping the bombs? At the
But
time,
yeah,
we
we
would
didn't
know
say
that you were gonna
that
drop them
millions
until
of
2
lives.
years
If
before.
we had not dropped
And
those
you said
bombs,
millions.
World War II would have continued indefinitely, killing many more millions of Russian people.
I didn't talk about the Truman Doctrine, which was in effect declaring war on Russia by saying that the USA would support any country willing to fight communism.
Great.
All countries that became communist is through a revolution. They overthrow their governments, which is treason and mutiny. Anyway. So, as we, the USA, we believe that each government should be chosen by democratic vote through democratic means.
What if
not by
communism
armed
is
force.
the chosen? What if that's what they want? How?
Well,
If they claim that their revolution is for the people, then why not put it down to a vote? If the majority want communism, why can they not vote for it? Why
Why do
do
they
they have to be
fight?
through an armed force?
I would like to
Yes,
respond to Grace's point. She said that we didn't join the war right away, and we basically only joined when we were attacked, and it wasn't fair. You were on the side that you thought would be the winning side, the strongest side, because you can have half of Poland if you side that side. And you only joined the war on the side of the Allies once once Germany turned its back on you and started attacking nukes. Therefore, you did the same thing we did.
Go on, Johnny.
Let's be clear what the Nazis always pact. I don't agree that Russia didn't sign the pact with the Allies only because it didn't want to. Because the Allies sent their arms in 6 weeks. They made us wait. They were not serious about it. And after this, let me finish. After this, they sent a delegation. They sent a delegation that was unable to sign a treaty. They didn't have power to sign this treaty. How could we sign it?
Going back to Leonard's point about how you're just trying to get the best for Germany now, that's complete rubbish. After the war, Russia tried to crush Germany. It wanted to squeeze Germany dry of everything it has. Okay, maybe not the best for Germany, but you have to understand that Germany has invaded us 3 times over the past years, and we need some kind of, defense. And, you start making decisions about putting on a new currency without asking us, and our decision didn't matter. You just kind of, you didn't listen to us. We didn't want that currency, and you just put it there. What were we meant to do?
Order! Everything we did was in our deserved region.
Yeah, but that's you're talking about how you want to rebuild Germany. And I mean, how are you going to rebuild Germany if it's part of the currency?
You made it clear.
I was going to say, what about the creation of NATO, which was clearly anti-Russian, anti-Soviet?
That's your own. You had your
That was the retaliation. The only way to
Why do you always retaliate? Why can't you just come with peaceful propositions?
Why don't you all show up about
NATO was not against Russia. Putting the B-29s in England was obviously an offensive move towards Russia. They had the capability to carry atomic weapons, and which the USSR did not have at the time.
But then retaliated.
I would like to
What is this retaliation thing? I mean, you can't just keep, every time you have a problem with something the US does, is to do something exactly the same.
Well,
That doesn't justify your point.
You can't be
How did the Nazis
Okay, order! Go on, Simone.
I want to bring back NATO. How are you guys so threatened about NATO? We had only 14 army divisions.
Yeah.
You had 173. You had 173. So therefore, when you're packed, you actually could have more force than us. You were more threatening than we were. You were more aggressive than we were. We set up the organization to have peaceful conversations and peaceful discussions about what to do. We had never forced to declare war on you. You had the nuclear bomb by then.
But NATO.
Yes, but the nuclear technology of the United States greatly outweighed the nuclear technology of the USSR, even at that point.